Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Saturday, the 12th of November, 2022. And, of course, I'm Darkside Phil. And welcome to the show where I tell you everything we did today. We started off today with the Level 1 podcast, where I talked a little bit about some various topics. One of the interesting topics is that I found out live on the fly during the show that because I have the YouTube app on my phone, I can actually post up to the community tab of DSPGaming here, just as if I was posting up to my Twitter account. It's like on the fly, instant, easy to do. I can post up polls. I can post up pictures. And when I was looking at it, I'm like, you know, I have over 200,000 subscribers here on YouTube. I mean, let's be honest, probably 5,000 active viewers. Just being honest, like I probably have 10,000 active subscribers, but only around 5,000 active viewers. A lot of those are legacy accounts and people who, you know, once in a blue moon stop by. On Twitter, I currently have about 27,000 or just under 27,000 followers or subscribers or whatever they're called there. But honestly, I get no engagement on Twitter. Like, I tweet, and I almost never get anyone who retweets, favorites. Even when I leave my responses open, all you get are troll responses if I leave it open. Polling on Twitter, on average, if I do a poll, I'll probably get 500 to 1,000 votes. That's about it. Again, that's a bad, pretty bad ratio, right? But the way I see it is I actually do have way more engagement on YouTube than I have on Twitter. Twitter is something that you guys asked me to create many years ago when you needed a direct line of contact with me. Now YouTube has that with the community tab. And they didn't have that many years ago when you asked me to make a Twitter account. In light of all the things going on Twitter, I'm strongly considering having YouTube as my main go-to thing for contact with me. You want to know what's going on with Phil? Go to YouTube, DSP Gaming Community tab, or subscribe to the channel. Because if you're subscribed to DSP Gaming, you get that in your feed on YouTube. You'll get notified whenever I post up on the community tab. Okay? So that was very, very interesting. And in fact, I'm going to make a short about it tonight to explain to everyone how this works. Because I think a lot more people would be interested in following me here than over on Twitter. Okay? Outside of that, it was a very, relaxed Level 1 podcast with a lot of Q&A and just, fun talking to each other. First stream today was the continuation of Sonic Frontiers. So now I'm 6 hours in. We got into the second world of the game and actually got through most of it. I still like the game. However, some of the cracks are starting to form and starting to show. First of all, a lot of wonkiness and bugginess today. There was several times during the day when the game kind of bugged out and had glitches. There was one case where they wanted me to do this kind of a mini-game thing, and I failed the first attempt, and then it just tossed me out into the open world. I was like, what happened? Why didn't it restart? Then I had a waypoint for where to go, and the waypoint was there was nothing there. Come to find out, I go to pause. Oh, it says, do you want to retry the mission? What? But I failed the mission like 2 minutes ago. Hit retry. Now it teleports you back to where the minigame began. It was a big bug, obviously. They programmed it wrong. There were other situations with just physics glitches and weird things going on. In addition to that, I'll be honest, I'd say probably around the final hour of today's Sonic Frontier stream, started to get very, very monotonous. And what I mean by that is, when you first enter one of these new map areas, there's a million things surrounding you to do. A million ramps, challenges, jumps to do. So you do for like 5-10 minutes, you get a million medals and coins and all kinds of shit that you need to progress in that level. Then you go off and you start fighting unique enemies. You go through those Sonic challenge stages where you earn the keys, use the keys to unlock the Chaos Emeralds. But then what ended up happening, today in particular, I got to the end. I'm like, okay, we're getting near the end of this level, I think. Oh, you need more medals. Okay, so now you're off grinding medals. You're looking for medals. You're trying to do the challenges for medals. Do the challenge. You waste like 20 minutes doing it. Oh, you finally have enough medals to do the next thing. Okay, do it. Oh, you need more medals now. Like, what the frick? Come on. And that's kind of how it was at the end of today. I couldn't finish the stage because it kept telling me to grind for more medals. Now, that's World 2 of 5. Can you imagine what it's going to be like through 4th level, 5th world? How much you probably have to grind for those medals. Of course, they're not medals. They're called something different in every stage. The first stage they were hearts. Now they're medals. I'm sure they're different in every stage. But I think you see the point I'm making is I said this the first session. I said, I wonder if the open world aspect will become more of a chore and a hassle as the game makes you want to grind more for the things. And it looks like we've gotten to that point. So, I don't know. We'll see. I still like it. The boss fights are epic. The graphics, they're hit or miss. But the story's all right. I am liking the open world challenges, but when I have to grind endlessly for these medals, that's going to make it a little bit more annoying. But overall, I did enjoy the game today, okay? The late stream tonight, Gotham Knights. We finally got back to it after being away for so long. And this week, I'm really dedicating myself to try to make good progress, doing it at least twice this week. And if we need another stream next week, trying to finish it, okay? So Gotham Knights, we beat the entirety of Chapter 6. It was a whole story thing, 2 giant story segments that we did. I'll be honest again, it was grindy and repetitive. And that kind of sucks because I actually felt up to this point it wasn't. But there was a giant chapter where you were basically invading the Court of Owls, and it was a lot of repetitive combat. And then after it ended, there was more repetitive combat, and then another group shows up, and there's more repetitive combat. I was like, damn. Unlike the rest of the game that was more well-paced, it had more original stuff going on, just following the story actually can get kind of boring. So, the good news is we made progress, and what we're poised to do is the next time that I play Gotham Knights on Tuesday night, we're going to take on the final side mission in the game, which is the conclusion of the Clayface storyline. Says we're about in level line to do it now. We're not under-leveled or anything. So we should be able to take care of that. And then when that's done, all that's left is to finish Chapter 7 and 8. And we're actually halfway through Chapter 7 already. So we basically, I'm thinking 2 more streams will probably beat the game, which would be great. So we'll have one on Tuesday and then probably one over the weekend or early next week, and we finish the game, and then finally we can move on to other stuff because we got new games coming out, and I'm playing this game that's 3 weeks old. It's lingering, you know, kind of sucks that this game kind of didn't get as much attention as the others. You know, we really heavily focused on Plague Tale Requiem to get that done. We got it done, which was good, but now this one's still lingering, okay? Anyway, thanks to everyone who attended and chilled. I'll be honest, the stream was very slow when it came to attendance and even engagement. We barely even had 200 people, if we even had that, and people weren't really talking. If anything, what I can tell you is these games, when they get dragged out to be like 3 weeks long, and it's a game like this, we really didn't have a lot of mainstream hype and attention. Anyway, yeah, we're getting to the point where the playthrough's not going to have much attention. So I am hoping to finish it, like I said, between Tuesday and one more stream. I hope we can wrap it up. Okay. Overall, still a fun day, still a chill day. I had a good time with all of you, and I hope you felt the same way. All right. Now, please remember, as you are watching these new playthroughs of God of War Ragnarok and Sonic Frontiers on YouTube, if you could do me the favor, if you're enjoying those playthroughs, if you could click a like on those videos when you watch them on demand, and if you could leave comments and just, even if you say, hey, Phil, I'm just commenting for the algorithm to help you. Great. Or comment on the games, or comment on my gameplay, whatever. It helps. Right now, with me playing the biggest games out right now, this stuff will help me. And I do need the help on DSP Gaming if you haven't noticed. No, I have not seen a giant surge of views or viewers coming in to watch these new games. I basically got my base core audience, and that's it. You know, I'm not prominent in the YouTube algorithm anymore. It sucks. It's very rare when DSP Gaming will ever show up in the YouTube algorithm for anything. So I need your help with stuff like this for it to show up. You know, that part 1 of God of War, just to give you guys some example here. Part 1 of my God of War playthrough currently sitting just under 5,000 views in about 2 days. Not great, all right? But it's got 100 so likes, 100. Okay? 100 or so likes. 5,000 views and 100 or so likes. Do you see what the point I'm making here? Is we could get people to be in that mindset. Hey, I'm watching DSP Gaming. He needs the help. He likes the we like the content. Let's like it. If we could get 1,000 likes on that video would actually be propelled into the algorithm again. But we need to get people back into that mindset. What happened is during the summer, there was no new releases. People stopped being engaged with the content, and we lost that attention. All right, we had it. We had it earlier this year with things like Elden Ring and stuff, but it's been lost because of the boredom of the summer. Let's be honest, okay? So if you could, if you're watching this stuff on demand, even this video right now, this daily wrap, please do me the favor. If you like it, give it only if you like it, give it a like. Okay? Thank you for that. Tomorrow, Sunday, God of War Ragnarok on the first stream. I'm excited. As you know, we're in that mine. It looks like we're looking for Tyr. Maybe we're about to encounter Tyr. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens, but I'm excited to see what happens next. And then tomorrow night, Disney Dreamlight Valley. And to be quite honest with you, this may be the final stream of Disney Dreamlight Valley for a while. Next week, I know we're not going to have time for Disney Dreamlight Valley at all. It's definitely not going to be played next week. So why? Because we have too many releases coming out. I'm juggling Sonic and God of War on the main streams. We're doing Gotham Knights and Modern Warfare 2 on the late streams. And now we got a new game next week in The Devil in Me. We got multiple new games coming up right after that. We're just not going to have time for this kind of a game right now. Disney Dreamlight Valley is the kind of game that's supposed to be a time killer, a chill game for when there's nothing going on in gaming. There's a lot going on in gaming. So, if you could give me a nice, chill, relaxing, fun, interactive stream tomorrow night, that would be great. Come by, chill, hang out, have a good time, enjoy Disney. And we're probably going to put it on hiatus for a bit, and we'll see when we can bring it back. But for now, this is probably the last hurrah for Disney, at least for a little bit. I would love to bring it back as soon as possible, but we'll have to see. Okay? Guys, thank you so very much. Great streaming day. Still got 3 more streaming days coming for this week. See you tomorrow for God of War and the Level 1 podcast. Peace out.